So here are some questions that we've received from excited teachers when they saw this activity and they were thinking of using it in their classroom. So the first question is from Miss F, and she says, where do you get those snazzy battery holders from? So I think, Miss F, you are talking about these little cardboard things that go around the microbit, and I've even customise mine with a little label on the back. Well, actually, they're designed for those. You will find if you have a pack of microbits with the little go packs, you can pop out a little piece of cardboard, which is part of the packaging, and it basically folds around, and then you can clip that together and fold it around, and those little square holes attached to the buttons on the microbit. So that particular template is already part of the packaging in the little microbit packs you see at the back there. You can download the template from the website. It comes down as an A4 sheet and get a pair of scissors and cut it out. These are great if you do them on fairly stiff white card, because then the children can decorate them with their own names. If you've got a cutting machine, so I have a Cricut Joy, a little portal one, then there is a template. If you look in the design space online, if you just search for microbit battery holder, there's a template that I put in the design space that you can just download for free. And then it's a dual cut template. So basically you put in a piece of card and it cuts out the outline, and then you take the cutter out and you put a pen in, and then it draws the microbit logo. And the microbit logo was downloaded from the Microbit Foundation website, microbit.org, and I joined the two together. And you can do those in lots of different colours, and then you could also do your own designs on the back end. So thanks, Miss F, for the question, and don't forget you've got those battery holders in the little packs. If you get the little green go packs over there, and you can also download the templates from the internet. So Mr. Smith asked me a question as to how do you attach the servo motor to the microbit? Yeah, so there was a little bit of magic, a little bit of hand waving here that perhaps you didn't notice. So the servo motor, so here's the servo motor, it's a little blue thing. And what's important is that you get a positional servo motor. They will move through 180 degrees. There are other types called continuous rotation that are quite good for making buggies with, but they're not positional, so it has to be a positional servo motor. And it has a little 3-pin connector on the end. I'll hold it over there, you might be able to see it. 3 wires. It's got a brown, a sort of reddy colour, and then an orange. And so I use these little clips that I just bought off the internet. These I think these are Monk Makes ones that have 3 rings on them that you can put the crocodile clips on. So you have the minus, which goes onto the ground of the microbit, the plus, which goes on 3-volt of the microbit, and then the C, which is the control signal that goes on pin P1. And then it has a little series of 3 pins there, and you put the servo plug in, so you can see there's these tiny little bits of gold that's shine through the plug, so they're facing up, and that's the right way around. And then you can basically clip the crocodile clips onto there. If you don't have one of those, you can, there's various other leads you can buy off the internet, but if you're a little bit stuck and just want to get something going, you can be a little bit brutal and use a pair of scissors and cut the plug off. Just strip back a little bit of the insulation, so you have the bare copper wire, and then clip crocodile clips onto those wires. You find if you twist the copper wire around to make it more solid, the crocodile clip goes on better. So you can improvise a bit with that. So thank you for that question, Mr. Smith. And the final question for today's Q&A comes from Mrs. Jones, and she said, what was the type of the servo? So these particular servos, they are micro servos, they're positional servos, and it's got some writing on it. It says micro servo 9G SG90. And you can, if you Google that, you'll find various suppliers, various educational suppliers and maker suppliers that will provide these for you. They're reasonably cheap, and you can do lots of little projects with them. You can drive up to 3 servos at a time from a microbit. As I said in one of the earlier demo videos, it's usually better to either use really fresh batteries, brand new batteries, or if you just power it from the USB from your computer, you'll find that there's enough voltage there to drive the servo motors. So that's the end of today's Q&A, and I hope that helps you to use this activity in your classroom.